Chillin' in the booth, David Josh, they the crew, they the talking social justice people still ain't got a move, ain't got a scum on the bike, better watch what they watch, cause they shoot when you hear and we kickin' and shoot, and the try talking pieces, but he lacking
So
that
90s.
fire, the wisdom taking so much higher,
I dig it.
Pete still learning, trying to save his own
Yeah,
fire,
Pete.
back in the issues,
Welcome.
What are you doing?
I'm adding to the beat.
Yeah. Welcome to the Scum Podcast, a socially conscious Unitarian men's podcast.
Freestyling.
It's called
Yeah.
improvising, Dave.
I'm Dave Josh. That's racist Pete.
I am not racist.
Yes?
Just
Okay.
regular guy. Just regular Pete.
He's a compulsive liar also.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with my lack of racism.
Just completely the opposite of everything he says is true.
Right. So how we doing, gentlemen?
All right.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Another day in the life.
Watching $800 million get wiped off the crypto market exchange.
Is that what happened today? Or is crypto crashing again?
I mean, it's a downturn. Crash is a strong term.
I mean, imagine if your dollar lost
fluctuates.
4% of its value in one day.
It does every day.
No, it doesn't. It does not. It might lose like 0.00.5 of it.
Cumulatively over the last 4 years.
Well, yeah, that's when they just keep printing that shit.
Ever since the 1913 we've.
Just keep printing it out.
Yeah, why not?
What's
Who's
the
counting?
worst that could happen?
Clearly no one in the government is keeping track.
Keep printing money and kill all the chickens.
Right.
Yeah.
Cow farts are bad.
Yeah, for the environment.
They're bad for the environment. We got to get rid of the cows. All the
And
cows.
the chickens.
And the chickens. Fuck the chickens.
Yeah.
Fuck the cows. Go. We're going to eat zebras. I want to fucking eat zebra.
And
Eat zebra
cockroaches.
meat.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll eat
You know how much
cockroaches.
protein are in those things?
Hey, you know what? I mean, we eat lobsters. Are lobsters not the same thing?
No.
I mean, the tail of a cockroach is probably the same thing as a lobster tail.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've never eaten a cockroach. You ever eaten a cockroach?
I will let you do a taste test between the two.
A taste test.
I will mash up 100 cockroaches.
I mean, I'm sure the's a way to make it
into
taste
a
good.
paste. Oh no, there's no way. Yeah, it's called letting a chicken eat it and then eating the chicken.
Yeah, facts.
It's called the what do they
It's
call
called the
that?
cycle of life.
You know, what are the with the food chain? The food chain.
Food chain.
Did we forget about the food chain? We have all these crickets. That's why we have chickens. So the chickens can eat them. And the
It's true.
bass.
It's true.
Shout out to the chickens.
Hell yeah, chickens.
Shout out to the chickens and the fish,
Yeah, shout out to the. We have to have like a memorial for
the
the
birds and the
chickens.
trees.
The chicken culling. How many chickens did they kill?
Chicken. I think they killed like somewhere around like 10 million
10
chickens.
million. There's a reason why chicken eggs are $12.
Yeah, but there's like
dozen.
there's supposed to be like a billion fucking chickens though.
It doesn't take long for them to replenish. Thankfully,
Yeah.
it's just kind of a pain when you kill trillions of chickens all at the same time.
We need to get back to like most people on a street, like say 50% of the houses on a street having
Chicken
like
coop.
15 to 20
Right when
chickens.
there would be
and-
chicken coops in the
yeah.
fucking middle of the city. They
I
still have
love
that in Ybor.
You don't even really need that many chickens.
Bunch of cocks
15
walking
chickens
around.
is a lot of chickens.
Well, I mean, it depends on how harsh your winters are because,
Yeah.
you know, most will lay one-ish a day. So if you have 15, you're going to get about a dozen a day. But once winter comes around,
Yeah, those
you
things
go down to,
fucking
like,
die
6.
easy.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
You sneeze on them the wrong way, they'll die.
Yeah, chicken flu.
Chicken flu. Yeah, exactly. That's what the problem is. Chicken flu.
Yeah, got to get some little chicken masks. Like, you know how they have the little COVID mask, and they need tie them over their beaks.
I was saying, why don't they just make shots? I mean, the shots don't cost that much. They definitely don't cost $5 a fucking
I
thing.
say
for
they
a dozen.
spawn so
$10
quickly.
a dozen.
you know? Just keep breeding them until they become immune to the chicken flu, to the bird flu.
Find the ones that don't get the flu
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
breed those.
It's called selective breeding.
There we go.
Yeah,
See?
just let nature take its course.
Who didn't get the virus? All right, you stay.
Yeah.
I guess that's why that's
That's why they make them fight each other. They have to fight for supremacy.
There you go. That's where it all started from.
what they do with the
necessity.
roosters.
It's like
Right.
really, really poor people Pokemon. They're just making chickens fight each other. It's like white trash Pokemon. I choose you, Rooster Chew.
That's what it all started from.
Yeah.
They're like,
Hell
what
yeah.
if we made this into a cartoon?
Yeah.
Some guys watching chickens fight and rip each other apart.
There's some Japanese guy, like rural Japanese people.
What if we ought to make a chicken into a cartoon?
make a squid to fight the chicken? Oh. Yeah, play the fucking theme song.
And now
Here
they're
we go.
billionaires.
Yeah.
Rooster Chew, go!
It's just some drunk. He's just hammered on whiskey. He's like, all right, Rooster Chew, I choose you. Cuckoo. Oh, yeah.
Bitch.
They make dogs fight each other. That's the Michael Vick episode.
That's sad.
Yeah, well, that's true.
The other ones aren't.
Go get him,
Dogs.
cockzar.
Yeah, that's how bored people were in the past. They would make crickets fight each other, or like praying mantis. This is like a global phenomenon.
I think people make anything fight each other.
Yeah, people.
People make other people fight each other. It's
That's
true.
what we should do with all these government jobs. It's like make them fight each other.
Fight for their job.
in a
Right.
Pokemon style
How much do
battle
you want it?
royale.
Right.
Yeah, keep them in a ball and throw them at each other.
Speaking of which, how about the fun anger that's a plenty with all these people who are getting their emails from Doge saying, "What did you do this week?"
Yeah,
And,
as if it would take you 10 minutes to type that out.
A couple friends of mine are like, "This is fucking bullshit." I was like, "Yeah, kind of, but not really." I mean,
It's just a gut check.
all right, and regular private businesses do stuff like that.
Is you take the specifications from the customers and you bring them down to the software engineers.
What do you do
Yes,
here?
yes, that's right.
Well, then I just have to ask, why couldn't the customers just take them directly to the software people, huh?
This is what's happening in the government right
I'll
now.
tell you why. Because engineers are not good at dealing with customers.
So
That is
you
true. though.
physically take the specs from the customer?
No, I just sit there all day and
Well-
just fucking play with my penis.
No, my secretary.
I mean, that's what I do when I'm doing a job.
This is every boomer's describing
So
the
then you
job.
must
Right.
physically bring them to the software people.
Well,
Literally every boomer
No.
that works.
What's
Yeah,
a
I mean-
PDF?
It
sometimes.
makes $150,000 a
What,
year.
what would you say you do here?
Well, look, I already told you. I deal with the goddamn customers so the engineers don't have to.
I will say though that is a very valid job. If you've ever dealt with any sort of software engineer, they're almost mentally retarded.
Because
They
they're
can't-
autistic.
They can't talk to normal people.
I mean, just look at Elon.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of spectrum. He's on the spectrum.
He's definitely
good
on the
enough.
spectrum. Hell
He's
yeah.
a high functioning tism.
Tism.
for sure.
Yeah, he has a little
To be able to
touch.
run huge companies like that, there's no way you're a normal person.
Yeah,
And to get people to give you money.
Right.
jumping around, saluting.
They did
Hitler.
most of it with his own money, though.
No, I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? You never know when you're dealing with billions.
Yeah,
it's
billions
never
is a lot.
clean.
It's never liquid. It's not like people just.
I've read
Yeah,
that.
they're like, oh, he's a billionaire. I'm
They're
like,
not like Scrooge McDuck.
like,
they
well,
don't.
yeah, they're not
They don't have a
diving.
vault of coins.
They're not diving in their coins.
right.
Yeah, even though that's physically impossible.
That would be fucking sweet, though.
It would
Didn't you?
create
But
a
when
hard
you were a
surface.
kid, watching that, weren't you like, that would be fucking sweet?
That'd be awesome.
You're like, yeah, fucking capital.
And we had that.
rules.
We had the ball pits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in a sense, yeah.
It would give you the false illusion that that's possible. So like you would, you would be inclined to jump into the pit of coins.
You jump in the pit of coins. You're
You
like,
just-
ah,
no, you.
fucking neck.
Nah, you would just. He would snap your neck. There wouldn't
Oh,
be
you
much
broke.
screaming.
Just falling into a pile of metal.
You would just be drooling as your lifeless corpse slides down the mountain of coins, and you're buried for all time,
And now,
and you're dead.
and you're autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've read that there like so many people do such little work as government employees that they don't even know that they've gotten that email
Yeah, they're
from
just-
Doge, so
they're
they
not
just haven't
seeing
responded,
it.
or they're dead, or there's just been fraud to begin with. So
It's just buried under 5,000 other useless emails.
right, that they never
Whatever.
check or
Like
whatever.
like everything else, it'll just figure itself out.
Yeah, I mean, we can do without all these people.
You gotta come in with a nice sharp sword and cut all that shit out of there.
You know what I want to see? I want to see every fast food restaurant overstaffed, like how a Chick-fil-A is overstaffed with like 10 really helpful people. There's always like 3 additional non-essential people still helping you, and then like somebody's grandma like walking around.
There's somebody
picking
standing
everything
out
up.
there in the friggin' blazing heat taking orders.
Yeah,
Right.
or the freezing cold.
Yep.
Or the rain.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they've got their little safety vests on with their little headset. It's like they work at the. It's like they work at the airport. It's like they're air traffic controller.
Yeah, he wants, you want 3 chicken deluxes
Yeah, and they're just dealing with
and a
the,
mac and cheese.
the worst fake Christian people on the planet that are just like so passive aggressive
Nobody.
shitheads.
You talking about the people who work there or the people that are the customers?
The people that are the customers.
They're not Christians.
Well, I mean, I said
don't
fake.
care.
I did say fake.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. Hands off to Chick-fil-A though. Hats off to Chick-fil-A. I've only ever been to one bad Chick-fil-A.
My friend Chuck works at Chick-fil-A, and he's like one of the managers there, and
Yeah.
he's just so Christian. It's just like
Yeah.
it's puke-inducingly Christian.
It's really funny.
You got to have the patience of Job to work there.
I was like, hey,
Good
maybe I can
It's a
come-
biblical test of your will every day.
he
not to
told me he was
snap.
like, he's like, I don't think you're Chick-fil-A material. You'd work there for a day and get
Him
fired.
to you? Yeah.
To you?
Yeah.
Oh God, you wouldn't survive in there.
You'd be like, what the fuck
be
is the
terrible.
problem with you? You fucking idiot. What do you want? The one or the
fuck?
two?
Yeah, you want us ultimate chicken or fucking regular chicken?
Of course, chicken is gluten free, you moron. I will say though, you've never seen, or at least in my personal experience, no one's ever gotten out of hand in a Chick-fil-A lobby. It's always just very calm. Everyone's just kind of sedated, very quiet.
You never see chairs getting flown at a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, even considering they do a lot of takeout now, so it's like who knows what type of scum DoorDash is hiring to, bring you your food, but.
I think it has to do with the attitudes or lack of attitudes, if you will, of the people who are behind the counter. Where
they're just so
everything's very
nice.
smooth and they're very nice, and
You can't even be mad.
right. It's not like other chicken places where there's attitude or whatever, and something seems to just not be working.
Plus, someone that's
Right.
over the age of 17 probably shouldn't be working at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
You don't have a surly 45-year-old.
As long as it works,
hates
man.
himself.
Whatever. As long as the job gets done, it
Yeah,
doesn't
they're so-
matter what their age is.
They're
Who
so
cares?
nice.
Who cares if they're working and they're getting what they need out of it, and they're getting their money and they're living their life?
It's
who
always
cares?
seasonally decorated. They're real big on holidays.
Right. Smart.
It's an ideal business model, as opposed to a McDonald's, which is just like a third world country simulator. Just trash everywhere and just people swearing and they're aggressive.
Country simulator.
Yeah, it's like you can't talk to anyone. It's just
It
only
used to be. It
yelling.
used to be great, bro. McDonald's
I was always a Burger King guy.
with the indoor fucking playground in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That was legendary.
It's a different time back then.
I made
man.
my grandfather take me there one time just so I could go play in the playground.
He's just like chain smoking in the
And then
lobby.
it just smelled. It smelled like child's feet and piss.
Yeah, perfect. That's why your immune system's so strong. That's why you're never sick.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why I'm never sick.
Dave is never sick.
Yeah, okay.
He's just constantly thriving.
I'm never. I'm always sick. I'm just never dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Your immune system powers on. I'm a little biased. We lived in the hub of where the people that owned 500 Burger Kings throughout the Southeast lived.
What, here in Florida?
No, this was when I lived in Georgia. So the Burger Kings were always super nice where I'm from, which is the complete opposite of everyone else's experience ever. But the headquarters was there, directly across the street from the Burger King.
right.
So it was the best Burger King in the universe,
The highest standard.
the highest
Oh,
standard.
this is our model
right.
Burger King.
Right. This is the, what do they call that when you sell houses?
When
It's
they
the model house.
When they fly franchisees down, they're like,
Yeah. They had an old
it must look like this.
mansion downtown that was literally a plantation style. This is how racist Georgia is. They make a plantation Burger King, and then everyone that works there is black, and it's just this feels wrong, but it also feels so right.
But it doesn't.
But it
feel
was
right.
it was literally a house. It was literally a house, and so that was their prized, Burger King. They would show it off, and obviously you couldn't build one like that because they had to retrofit the house to become a Burger King. But
Retrofit.
Yeah, check it out. We made the most racist
they're
Burger King
yeah,
ever.
yeah. It's every your boss is still dressed like Colonel Sanders, even though he works at Burger King. They're just kind of rubbing it in a little bit.
He's like, you call me General Lee.
You have to wear white gloves to work there. So it's just little tinges of racism.
And then you have to wear a white hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a customer, you get a discount. No,
Yeah, it's kind of you walk in there with your bed sheets on.
I don't know. That's the funny thing. Coming from Georgia, everything was really nice, and people took a lot of pride in stuff. Whereas you come down to Florida, and it's a giant truck stop. And so in middle school, people would always be like, "Oh, from Georgia, you know, everything must be like a trailer park." And I'm like, "No, it's we have museums and electricity and the internet and
Yeah.
school food was actually better in Georgia than it was in Florida. It was like prison food down here. I don't know how much. Did you guys go to high school in Florida? Elementary school?
No.
The same people that provide.
I mean, I don't think public school food was good to begin with. Remember the
In my
square
school.
pizzas?
Yeah.
I found the recipe.
What, for the square
Yeah,
pizzas?
yeah. Somebody posted it. They found it in the
I
recesses
don't even know
of
what
the
that
internet.
sauce was, but it was delicious. It was
Yeah.
the right spice, and then the cheese was just perfectly crispy.
And it was always sausage. They always had they never had pepperoni, which is weird because that's one of the primary pizza ingredients.
My high school had the taco bar, which was fucking awesome because
Oh,
I would
that
just
was
it was like a nacho bar, and you just get
yeah, self-serve.
yeah, self-serve. So it would just be like a freaking taco mess.
We had a
It was so good.
we had a really funny lunch lady that we called Grandma.
Didn't they get Little Caesars delivered too, like in high school? They were
I don't
getting
know if it was on
like
Caesars.
delivery pizza in high school.
We had Hungry
Yeah,
Howie's
it's
because
something like
Florida
every
sucks.
couple of weeks they would do that.
But God, what a great contract if you're Hungry Howie's. You just sell infinity pizzas every day to every high school in the county, and then they'll charge you like $3.50 a slice.
I kind of miss high school lunch.
No, I don't. By the time we get to high school, I was
We didn't know how good we had it. It was like $1.60. You get a whole ass meal.
You get a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
You get a whole cheeseburger.
You can
Favorite
get
part of the
you can
day.
get milk for 65 cents. It's
Yeah.
like what kind of cow is this coming from?
We'll get-
I want to see it.
Yeah. It was like the most homogenized, ultra
Watered
pasteurized, watered
down.
down milk
It's got
possible.
Elmer's glue in it. It's like
I don't know. I
It's
always thought
like
it was pretty good.
20% glue.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not the least picky eater ever.
If only
so-
we can get subsidized government food now.
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
You can.
Oh yeah, we can.
Just get a fake social security number.
Not
and
anymore. Not in
apply
Trump's
for
America.
EBT. Yeah. Well, you won't get any fast food with chips, no soda. They're trying to do away with that.
I
Did
read
you see
about that too. Yeah, they're starting to cut down on all the
And
bullshit.
people are just like freaking out. They're like,
You know, you try to explain like economics to people. Like, I try to explain like just some simple economic terms to my cousin, and she fucking flipped out at me, insulted me.
of course.
Yeah. What are they
Like,
gonna do?
told me how great DEI is, and I'm ignorant, and I'm on the wrong side of history.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
And then I'm wrong, and then
You're wrong.
and then they block me. It's like, what? You can't even have an actual conversation.
Are they from Rhode Island?
Yes, of course.
Is Rhode Island super liberal? I would imagine.
Some, well, I don't know.
It's kinda 50-50.
It's kind of breaking now.
Yeah, in the city part, it obviously is, and it's like
It's just the
Yeah.
dumb women.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
shocking.
most states, it's pretty common among most states.
She called me out because she's like, I see what you post on Facebook. You said that the only people who care about abort, like, I said something like, why is it the only people who care about abortion are fat and ugly?
You know what? You always reply to people like that. You say,
And they took offense to it.
"You're gonna call me everything but wrong, huh?" That's what I always say. They really hate that.
Which I was just really doing was readapting a George Carlin joke.
Yeah, how dare you have a sense of humor?
Yeah.
Well-
How come the only people who care about abortions are people you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place?
Yeah, or that are already past like
true.
childbearing age. It's all part of their Handmaid's Tale rape fantasy where they're just like they want to be oppressed.
Yeah, why do all girls have a rape fantasy?
They're so bored that they want there to be like a fascist state where they get kidnapped and forced into. Like,
Well, they want to watch.
slave
They want to
camps.
watch murder porn. Like the Gabby Petito documentary just dropped this week.
What is that
I
show?
watched
It's
it.
called not True Crime, but the one where it's
Every-
called Snapped.
Have you heard about the Gabby Petito murder?
Mm-mm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
This kid Brian and his girlfriend, they take a trip across the country. He was from Florida.
Yeah.
He was happy, and then he killed her like some wilderness area, and then drove home. And the cops were like, "Hey, where's your girlfriend?" And they're like, "I don't know." They're like, "Why is her van here?" And they're like, "I don't know. Talk to our lawyer."
It took
Right.
30 years for them to figure it out.
And then he went
That
to
was a
go,
week.
and then he escaped and killed himself in a fucking muddy bog somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, it's a real uplifting story.
It's a beautiful story,
Yeah.
and this is like the most popular watch on Netflix right now.
Oh, it's one of those murder mystery
Yeah.
documentaries.
It just happened a couple years ago.
You know how I know people aren't right in the head? It's like people were writing Ted Bundy love letters.
Yo,
They wanted
yeah.
to like meet Ted Bundy.
why are all the women on fucking?
That happens a lot.
Yeah, but they're all
Like,
on
please explain that to me.
antidepressants. They're all on antidepressants.
It's like
Every single one of them. They're on some sort of fucking psych med.
It's like, you know how they say there's always someone else or there's more fish in the sea.
Why can't they just be like men and suffer in silence?
And it's like when you say that to someone, you don't mean like write a serial killer a love letter. It's like no, that's not what I meant.
Right.
Just because someone broke up with you, don't.
Yeah, there are from what I've seen. I don't know how true it is or isn't, but there is a shockingly large percentage of women on either an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety or some sort of psych medication, and it's pretty scary if you think about it to have that large.
And you want
amount
us
of
to marry
people,
these things?
right, in the population where it's like literally within 24 hours they can be a totally different person.
I saw a really funny meme.
Or if
where
they
it was
drink
like,
alcohol, they go fucking ballistic.
Yeah, don't mix. It says it right there
Yeah.
on the bottle.
The girls who take antidepressants and then drink like excessive amounts of alcohol, like lose their fucking minds.
It literally says right on the bottle, like, do not mix with alcohol.
I remember my friend's
Bold 14 font.
my friend's girlfriend one time years ago freaked out so bad because she was drinking and she's on antidepressants. She started hitting herself in the head with a fucking cookie, with a glass cookie jar, just smashing
I
against
thought you
her
meant
head.
a cookie. Like a
No,
crumble,
yeah, she
like
was,
a crumble
she was
cookie.
crushing a cookie against her. No, she was crushing
very
she was
stale
crushing
cookie.
the
How dare
fucking
you waste those chocolate chips?
glass cookie jar against her
Like
head.
Ren and Stimpy.
It's scary, man. It really is.
What an odd object to just like What is
And if you're like meeting someone or meeting a woman or just a person in general, like you can't exactly ask them, be like, so what type of medications are you
And they
on?
expect you to produce children with these people.
you only find out later.
Right. After it's,
Do a
I'm
little
on this and
medicine,
I'm on this. And,
a little medicine cabinet
and
check.
they're on 3 different things, and one of them is to counteract something else, and then it's da-da-da-da-da, and this one isn't working, so we're trying the new one, and I'm trying to wean off this one, and it's fucking,
Well, with
it's
all,
scary, man.
with all this Doge, like, fraud reveal, you really do see an ecosystem between, like, quote unquote higher education, all these useless jobs that these people get funneled into, like the news media that's like super liberal and biased, and then like, the mood elevator / like psych med. It's like a whole ecosystem that they exist in that like somehow we're subsidizing with our tax dollars. It's like, yeah, no wonder literally nothing makes any sense.
Yo, how about
All these bullshit jobs.
nothing makes sense anymore.
It's all it's like a part of the anti-Trump porn media complex, and that's just now it's all Elon. That's my favorite part. Like, everybody's so tired of bashing Trump that they've tried to transfer it over to Elon Musk, and he's too retarded to care.
he doesn't even
It
notice.
bounces right off of him. He's immune to criticism.
Right.
It just splashes right off of him.
He just shoots him down. How about Ron DeSantis saying that he's going to get rid of property taxes in Florida?
Let's get a little round of applause for the
Yeah.
soundboard here.
That would
we have a button
change.
for that.
Oh, yeah, we do have a button. I don't remember which one it is.
Oh.
There we go.
Yay!
First
Uncle
one.
Ron, yeah. Ron
Dude.
made a couple of missteps. He got out of line a little bit with Trump. He got a little mouthy, during the election.
It wasn't that
Yeah.
bad. Stop it.
I mean,
Now
he was
he's
trying to
close.
run for a president. So
Now
yeah,
he's
I
going
gotta-
back to basics.
Right. That would change the country. If he did that, that would change the country.
If he did that, he would be. I'd vote for him president next time.
Hell yeah,
Abolish
he should.
abolish property taxes,
Pro-
inheritance
abolish the
tax,
and get rid of it. Inheritance tax, get rid
capital
of the
gains
income
taxes,
Yep.
income tax.
Yes, please, income tax. Get rid of the income tax.
Yeah, I mean,
So I can go my whole life without paying him.
what every year?
A
Yeah.
sneaky tax that would be awesome for businesses to get rid of, which would help in one way or another, is the payroll tax. Yep.
Payroll taxes are crippling.
Yep. A friend of mine was telling me, who owns a business, he's like, if I hire somebody at $100,000, it's going to cost me like $130,000
That's crazy.
after taxes and after whatever other stuff just to have them. So he's like,
And then they get taxed too on the 100,000.
correct.
So
And then
that
they go buy a Snickers bar at the fucking
Yeah.
at the store, so they got to pay money to tax the gas in their car,
Mhm.
which they paid sales tax for,
Right. Yeah.
and then the Snickers bar is going to get sales tax on it.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous. And it's, and as we're learning now, it's all to go to fucking buy condoms for fucking third world people or whatever fucking plays
That
that
just
they're doing,
sounds like
and
something
whatever
they
kind
put
of
on a-
bullshit it is. Yeah,
That sounds like something they put on an invoice.
yeah, it's not even real. They're just making it up.
How many condoms could $50 million?
Right, yeah, for real.
how many condoms? That's at least
It's all bullshit.
100 million condoms.
Yeah, I mean, at that volume, you're probably getting a volume discount. They're probably not buying the good ones either. They're buying the cheapest
The
possible.
Duralex
Yeah, the lifestyles.
The lifestyle.
lifestyles.
Yeah.
You ain't getting Trojans. You're getting lifestyle.
Yeah, you're getting like the
50-50 shot of getting AIDS.
Yeah, they're not sheepskin condoms. That's what they say on the outside. It's like some animal's intestine lining.
Yeah, it's all just bullshit. Pipeline
Smells a little
shit.
bit.
Goes
Oh,
to
God.
some fake corporation.
Sheep
that goes
lining.
here.
That's amazing. Put an intestine on your dick.
Yeah, well,
That's what it used to be.
that's what
I
people
bet,
have done.
I bet it feels more natural than latex.
That's why guys fuck goats. I mean, that's a whole.
Yeah,
Millions of people can't be wrong in the third world.
You goat
They're
fucker.
fucking goats for a reason.
Fucking goats.
That's amazing that's.
Their women are so ugly they're just gonna fuck goats.
It's amazing that problem has persisted so long that there's like prohibitions against it in the Bible. Like we've been dealing with this problem.
Like stop fucking your animals.
Yeah, this has been a profound issue since the beginning of time that we've like had to write that.
Book
like,
of Matthew says, "Do not fuck thy sheep."
It's like most people couldn't read or write back then, but like they definitely were like, make sure you write that in there.
Make sure you don't
Like,
fuck
we
your-
have to be clear about this.
A shepherd shall not fuck his flock.
Yeah,
Figuratively or literally.
guy's just chilling out in the woods and he's just like looking around.
Leave
and
the cow alone.
they're just grazing.
Even in India, the problem was so bad they had to turn it into a deity. They're like, stop. Hey, in order for them to stop fucking the cows, we're gonna have to make this like a holy fucking symbol.
Oh my god.
We have to change all the rules.
Same thing with the elephant. They were fucking.
Oh my god.
Good God.
That would be impressive at that point.
Yeah.
If you're banging an elephant, you know what? Go ahead. If you're fucking an elephant,
Yeah, if you're that hung, all right. we're gonna let this one slide.
Get this.
We don't want you to. We don't want you to damage the women and the children here. Imagine being the first guy to ever get caught fucking a goat. It's like, you're a sheep herder, so there's literally no one ever around you. It's like, what are the chances that someone would see you doing that?
Yeah.
You're a dozen miles away in the pasture, and you're just like, they'll never see me out here.
Jesus, Ezekiel, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh my God! I'm gonna bust. Jesus Christ!
They were probably like, "Try it," and they were
they're probably like,
They're just high fiving. They're just like triple Eiffel towering.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw you doing this, it was weird, but this is pretty good.
Pretty good.
They're like renting it out. They're like telling people they're advertising it. It's like Fight Club, except you're fucking sheep. The first rule of Goat Club is you don't talk about Goat Club. Don't type in sheep fucking into the search query, please. Sheep just doesn't know any better. Just trying to have a normal day. At the office.
Yeah. Come on, get it, Bessie. I love it, Bessie. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then it comes to everyone fucking attention. They're like, "Look, guys, we got to talk about something, all right?" It's a new craze going around. It's like when rock and roll music came out. They had to address it and make rules against it. It's like Footloose, except you're not allowed to fuck sheep. That's like a movie idea. You're like, no,
fuck sheep.
Yeah, God, yeah. Put the what do they call it? The instrumental. Kevin Bacon is in like Middle Eastern face, and then we do like a whole dance routine.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck that sheep.
You gotta fuck.
Yeah.
What is this guy's name?
It's Frankie McDonald.
Oh God.
How did we get here?
102,000 views on this.
This guy's doing it right.
Wearing a Blue Jays jersey.
And it's like, how people like wrote on caves.
God, those
and, like,
teeth are terrible.
They would like depict animal hunting like on cave drawings. So it's like there's got to be one where a guy's fucking a sheep.
Yeah, just
It's like you guys aren't gonna believe this.
sheep styling.
You guys won't believe this.
You guys aren't gonna believe this. They have like little tablets with cuneiform. It's all like rudimentary. Like someone has to copy it. Like what do they call those people? A scribe. Yeah. It's like the first version of Playboy. They're like, yeah, read this.
Paint me like one of your French girls while I'm banging the sheep.
Man, the world is it's a pretty sad place.
It's been like that for thousands of years.
Yeah.
I would have zero doubt at all that it still goes on.
We can't even get
Probably at this moment while we're talking these
100%.
sentences.
we can't even
right now,
get these guys to stop fucking the kids.
I had a buddy.
Stop fucking the kids.
He worked in the military and he was deployed, and they would do surveillance flights, and they would find people like in the middle of a field like fucking a goat on camera. So they would trade like tapes of like fucked up shit, and that was one of the things that like you would come across pretty frequently.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Was a video like a mixtape. It's like how they had the skateboard videos, like the highlight reels. What do we got here? Saddam? We're going back to Saddam?
I don't know. This is interesting.
Was this just like there?
This is like, yeah, it was just on the side. It says Saddam Hussein's live reaction to his death sentence.
قررت المحكمة الحكم على المدان
The sentence accused Saddam Hussein al-Majid to death by hanging because he committed.
He's like,
I did not fuck a sheep.
Down with the traitors, down with the invaders. This is interesting.
I wonder where that is, like what country that was in.
This is in Iraq.
In Iraq? Or
yeah, this is Iraq.
This guy's just sleeping. He doesn't even care. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm pulling this up.
Yeah, we're going real left here.
We're going real dark. Screw you. See you in court. That's what he told.
Did you guys see that video of him getting hung?
Of course.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they should have done that in 4K for sure. That was like 480p.
It was somebody's flip phone, bro.
Yeah, it's shameful. It's like a razor. Yeah, imagine that. It was very unceremonious. It was like in a basement. I was like, dude,
Right.
What
It
is
seemed
the
a
production
little.
value?
Yeah,
here?
it seemed a little.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, because it was just like a bunch of guys running around and yelling and screaming. There was no like.
They were
formality to it whatsoever.
subcontractors. They weren't like professionals.
What are they supposed to do? Have like a fucking ceremony?
It's supposed to be like
Not a,
Braveheart.
yeah,
where
not a
they, you know,
ceremony, but like
have a
you know,
hangman or
right.
a giant.
It was just a bunch of people like yelling, and it was crowded, and there was just like there was no real like formality to it.
Yeah,
Nothing-
there was no
expect
pomp
it's the
and
freaking Middle
circumstance.
East. You expect them to have like character
well,
and
they,
like
well, they just
Civilization.
they fuck goats.
well, they just had a whole like court system and a really nice building. It's not like they're
I had to cut corners.
Hang on, we're gonna go to Iraq right now. Ready? We're going to Iraq.
God.
I'm in Iraq.
That's more like Afghanistan.
And Pakistan.
Afghanistan's much more rural. It's like the West Virginia of the Middle East.
Josh, do you have any update on that woman who went to Pakistan to try to marry? That
I have to dig
19-year-old?
through. She's missing. She went missing.
Oh, thank God.
She tried to start a meme coin, which is just peak 2025.
I don't know what's true and what's not, but I heard.
That's what we should do. We should
read
start a
that-
meme coin.
Oh God.
There's a lot of misinformation coming out
Yeah.
on that case.
Right. I mean, there's misinformation.
It's
for
all like
everything,
second and
so who
third hand
really knows?
accounts.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Ponzi scheme coin.
Cum coin?
Cum coin.
Is cum coin
Scum
taken?
coin.
Scum coin?
Cum coin. I like cum coin.
She's in trouble. I think they are.
Supposedly
I
for
think
like talking against God or something
I
like
think
that.
she was like
For saying, "I swear to God," which apparently
she's
is
being
illegal.
really rude. They finally took some translations. Yeah, I don't know. She's in trouble. She's not doing well.
Hmm.
I hope they keep her. We're not trading anyone for this lady. You're not Brittany Griner. We're not trading anybody for you. Oh, here we go. And I do not know the efficacy of this. I forget her name. Onijah Andrew Robinson got off her plane during a layover in Dubai to do some sightseeing. While there, she was filmed breaking several laws, and Dubai don't play.
Yeah,
After
that's
she
what I read.
boarded her flight to go back to New York City, officials came onto the plane and escorted her off. So she pissed off a bunch of people in Dubai, which is like really super easy to do. Like even if
Yeah.
you're rude or like you loud talk people there,
Mhm.
they will straight fuck you up.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to disrespect people, and
Right.
like you're definitely not allowed if you're a woman. Like you're not allowed to like talk to men,
Right.
Like be shitty.
They're
And
very,
so,
very
like-
modest.
Huh.
Yeah, they're very, very.
So
on
she
top
went
of
to
that.
Dubai and got slapped up.
Yeah, she's gonna get locked up in Dubai. She was almost home, and that's like how annoying of a person she is. Oh, she was smoking. You're not allowed to smoke. So that's like
I've seen that
that's like
video.
a civil penalty.
Especially if you're a woman.
And she was like threatening and saying, "I swear to God, I swear to God," which is, speaking against God, which is very
Yeah,
illegal
blasphemy
over there.
laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dubai is just.
It amazes me
don't
how
play that.
it amazes me how people don't fully, or Americans don't, most Americans don't fully grasp the
Gravity of leaving the country.
of leaving the country, but also like of the privilege that we have here of
Yeah.
freedom of speech and freedom of religion and freedom to do things, freedom of movement,
Yeah,
all sorts of stuff like that. Where,
going wherever you want, whenever you want.
yeah, that's not the very
Is that a dolphin sound? Have we moved on to humping dolphins?
that is not a common thing in many places of the world.
No,
And
especially that part of the world.
right, so when people are like, "Oh, I'm going to move over here. I'm going to move here because I'm going to get out of this shithole country," it's like, psh,
Yeah,
go ahead,
you ain't doing shit.
see how long that
motherfucker.
lasts.
Yeah, see how sassy you get out there. Oh, yeah, that lady's a train wreck. I hope they keep her. It's probably the best thing for the American economy.
It's the best thing for the environment.
Can we subcontract, like, imprisonment of all these idiots to, like, the third world? Like, kind of how El Salvador's like, oh, send us your prisoners, and
That would
we'll
be
house
awesome.
them for a lower cost. Can we do that
That'd be pretty sweet.
in mass? Just, like, absolutely downsize the country.
I found another way to save American people a lot of
Listen.
money.
Listen, if you're being annoying...
What
if
is
you're
this right here?
breaking-
I found poorly aged 80s commercials.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what we got here. What do we got?
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school just like their neighbors and come back to a real home. A supervised home.
A real
right in the
home.
neighborhood where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor. This is Bill.
Just shows me waving to Tommy.
And here in America,
Well, at the time, that was a pretty breakthrough right there, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they used to lock them up and just like beat them. So this was like a huge turn of events for them.
we should turn that into like a commercial for liberals.
Yeah.
Being retarded never
We
stopped
free
anyone.
range. We free range.
Good neighbor. Oh, here's some Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. Now that everybody has told you about the dangers of doing drugs, I'd like to tell you about some of the benefits. Just imagine yourself unconscious, making a visit to a hospital emergency room, weeks in rehabilitation centers, nights in overcrowded prisons, spending
sore
more money than you
asshole.
can afford.
My
ruining
face is the
your
last
health,
thing you see.
hurting your parents, losing your loved ones, and most of all, destroying yourself. And remember what I say about doing drugs. I think you can say no.
I never watched.
Why
the
did that
Co-
age
Did
poorly?
you guys watch
That's
the?
such- Maybe
he's
because
a-
it was Bill Cosby himself.
It's because it was Bill Cosby saying don't
he's
do
a
drugs.
Drug rapist.
I was overweight and looked terrible, but AIDS helped me lose 46 pounds. The AIDS diet plan helped me lose 28 pounds.
AIDS helps control your appetite, so you lose
AYD.
weight. Yet AIDS lets you taste,
Apostrophe
chew, and
S.
enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me to lose 18 pounds, and it doesn't contain anything to make me nervous.
Question, why take diet pills when you can
have
enjoy
AIDS.
AIDS? AIDS helps you lose weight without making you jittery.
So for pause it for clarification, it's AYDS, not AIDS.
It was
This
an appetite
early
suppressant candy.
early 80s. It's like the pre-Ozempic was just infecting people with AIDS.
They were like,
Are you a fat ass?
3 months later, they're like, wait a minute, it's called what?
I've lost 90 pounds.
I'm surprised Fauci was in that commercial.
Yeah, you probably made it.
Let's see what this one is. This is an interesting one. What do we got here?
Hello, faggot lovers. I have a message for you from Birdseye. Birdseye faggots will appeal to your whole family. They've made them with lashings of gravy, but they've gone easy on the spice because kids don't like them too spicy.
Spicy
Apparently.
faggots.
Birdseye even suggests that people who don't like faggots could enjoy these. They live in hope.
They're fish,
It's a
right?
meatball.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
they could be
fish or something.
right.
Faggots and
Yeah.
gravy. God,
Yeah.
I want a hat that says that. Just like a trucker hat. It's just so weird, and like there's a bird's eye logo.
It's like fish in a
frozen
can.
food.
Oh my god.
It's the most British sentence. It's the most British sentence ever composed.
Faggots and gravy.
Shakespeare couldn't have done better.
It's not
The
those
marketing.
faggots aren't too spicy either, so that's good. It's more.
Most people can tolerate the non-spicy faggots.
Oh, I'm dying over here.
I thought that
The kids can't tolerate
I thought that was a
spicy.
term for cigarettes.
it's British meatballs. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's all code word. It's all gay stuff.
Faggots and gravy.
Yeah.
And that's how sex trafficking started.
Yeah. God, I don't know what to. Don't ever type that in the search query.
Wow, Jay, some guys are sure in a hurry to get to the airport. Guess he doesn't know about Hertz new instant return.
Oh, it's O.J.
You don't have
Simpson.
to rush to return your car. Because
And he's
now
on a
Hertz gives
highway
you your
driving.
receipt right at your car.
So you have everything you need to do your expense.
O.J. Simpson driving a car. I guess that's why it aged poorly.
Yeah, he really threw it all away.
Same kind of thing with Bill Cosby. It was more him than the commercial.
I was watching the documentary and like, how do they not convict him? Like, he clearly like killed like his ex-wife.
He was at the very least at the scene of the crime.
I'm,
I think they
was
got
just
a little,
hanging out, having tea.
I think they got a little overzealous.
If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
Smile, Darky, smile for me.
Darky toothpaste.
What is that?
What?
Why does that look like Samuel L. Jackson?
Darky
With
toothpaste.
fluoride protects your teeth for clean, brighter smiles.
Is this an Australian commercial? Pause it. Pause it. Okay, so
What?
for context here, it's Asian people. So I don't know why it's literally a minstrelsy show, like Al Jolson blackface logo for toothpaste, and then the commercial.
Why is it in English? There he is. Look at it. He looks like
Australian,
He
maybe?
looks like fucking Samuel L. Jackson from the Super Bowl, Uncle
No,
Sam.
It says
Hong
a
Kong.
Hong Kong
Yep.
toothpaste company.
Hong Kong toothpaste.
Darky toothpaste. Just like the most like out of context usage.
See, I just proved that China's more racist than anybody.
Oh yeah, they're the most racist.
Yeah,
only
absolutely
white
most
people
racist.
can be racist.
They're so unconsciously racist. Like they don't even understand why
Smile.
this would be racist.
Darky.
It looks like a white guy covered in shoe polish. Like that's how absurd it is.
Oh, where's this dad gonna beat his girl daughter right here?
I told you 5 times to go to.
Oh, come on, Jim, please.
Hey, come on.
Is this what you had in mind when you asked me to marry you?
No. Remember when you first
Just wanted to fuck a lot.
something more like this in life?
Yeah.
That way. From the Mormons, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
It's a Planned Parenthood commercial.
That's a Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Mormon commercial.
Yeah, is that what they are? The
So,
Mormons.
yeah, that's Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Oh yeah, great group of people. Really big into chocolate milk. That's what we got here.
Soda.
Pee-wee, yeah.
Pee-wee Herman.
Hell yeah.
Hey, kids, you want to know about masturbating in public?
Crack. Rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool.
I remember this commercial.
Kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad
Sounds kinda
is
fun.
nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool.
I kind of want crack
But
cocaine
doing it
now.
with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Dead wrong.
Why are they warning children against crack cocaine?
Right?
How
Because they don't want them doing it?
How easily was crack cocaine available to people? Also, in defense of Pee Wee
The
Herman,
thrill can kill.
Hold on, pause. I want to make this point about Pee Wee Herman. I feel like it's total bullshit that he was in a theater where everyone else was jacking off to porn, and then he got nailed for it.
Have you ever gone to a place and jacked
I
off
have
in public?
never done that, but I will say
What
back
kind of
then,
takes a different kind of person.
But
to go
those
there
were those
just
kind
for
of
real.
those were those kind of theaters though. Like it was like a mass peep show. So like if there were anywhere where it would be,
Do they clean the seats in there? Like, how
I
do you
hope
know when
so.
someone jerks
Probably
off on
not.
the seat?
Probably.
If there would be anywhere where you would want to jack off in public, it would be acceptable.
Cum
It would
stains.
be there in the jack off theater.
Now, did he actually get in trouble for it?
Oh,
or-
100%. He got arrested for it. They
Oh,
drug
did
him through the media. He must have pissed somebody off.
Yeah.
But it was like a seedy jerk
wonder
off
who. He
theater.
must have gotten,
Must have been a guy he didn't like.
Must have been someone who was like, hey.
Yeah, you missed my payment there, Pee Wee. You
Pee-wee.
didn't pay me a percentage on the take of the movie, Pee Wee. You were whacking off in the theater there.
Be a shame if everyone knew it.
They shook him down. They did a little shakedown.
Yep.
I mean, he wasn't the only guy in there cranking his hog. I'll venture to say that that's true.
A friend of mine's wife used to work at a porn store.
At a jack-off theater?
No, not a full-on theater, but they still
Oh.
do have those where it's like individual booths.
We could rent a little VCR and
Yeah, whatever tape or DVD or whatever you bring in, and it's, which people still do that actively today. I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, I don't
That has to be like the kink in itself is the fact that it's like in a public place. Because why in the ever-loving fuck would you go to a porn store and jerk off in a booth?
Yeah,
it doesn't
you
make
gotta be-
any sense.
Down bad would be a.
I mean,
What, you don't have
in
a VCR
bathroom?
at home?
Not even a fucking VCR.
You don't have
dude.
a-
It's
you don't have a-
2025.
Sitting around there with a boner with a bunch of other
You
dudes
don't
with
have a
boners.
DVD player?
Not even DVD. It's everyone has phones and computers.
No, but I'm saying like let's wind the clock back here.
Oh, back then,
The
back
DVD
then it
is
was
the-
understandable.
Back then, you had to get a VHS tape.
But the fact that it still happens today, well, that's why they would do it at the store. They would rent the video or whatever it was at the store, and then take it to the booth, and then just give it back.
My buddy convinced me to go to
Jack off in a store.
Now I can just, I
Yes.
can literally find anything I want. Like, I can find transvestite fart porn.
Yeah. Not that you would.
Not that I would ever
Not
do
that that's
that.
the first thing you would.
That was
find,
oddly
but
specific.
That kind of came out.
I would.
Dave went
That's at
into
least
a fugue state.
that's at least the fourth thing I go to.
Dude, but
I got to open up at least 5 scenes to find one I really like.
Yeah, you got to go down the list.
Really though,
Yeah.
if you've
Not
never
deja
seen
vu. Go
if
ahead.
you've never seen Brazilian fart porn, it's fucking
That's hilarious. Yeah.
It's so funny.
I made my roommates watch that in college, like the
Oh.
week before the South Park episode came out.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, no, Dave, don't tape that up.
Just it's so funny, dude. Just
Fart cake
this
video.
this attractive woman is just right next to this other woman's asshole, and you literally just watch it go, wee, and she's like, "Ooh, so stinky."
but it's in Portuguese. Like even though you don't
It's
understand
so
that,
funny, dude.
Yeah. No. What's the famous strip club that's right in Gainesville? It's right in Micanopy, Florida.
No idea.
I forget the name of it. Not Deja Vu, but it's
Deja
like this
Vu.
really. It's this really shitty strip club, and my buddy's like, "Dude, we have to go." Oh God.
People don't actually understand how easy.
Jesus.
Oh my
God
god.
damn it. How did we get here? There's an advertisement of a guy in a cartoon putting apple cider vinegar on his cock in the right hand top. What are we doing here? This lady's farting
Just
on
watching
cakes.
farts. Oh God.
Oh.
How did we get here?
Do you want some cake now?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh,
You
you
f-
like it?
You farted all over it.
Fart on this cake for you.
The accent's the best.
She's French.
Sounded Russian.
What the fuck is going on? I regret coming.
Find
over
more at the fart.
I regret coming over here tonight.
Fartworld.com.
And then there's like an algorithm that there's
Right,
a
there's
million.
so many of
there's a million similar videos.
And everyone is fantastic.
Oh my God.
Then there's just someone pooping out cake.
Oh no, that's disgusting, dude. Ugh.
Little Sinclair. What do they call the eclairs? Why are we watching this?
Oh God, I think she's gonna poop.
And here,
Oh,
and,
no.
and here we were, making fun of the Afghanistan people for fucking
Yeah,
goats.
right.
Look at us.
This one's struggling. She wants some cake.
Jesus Christ. You should loop these videos on the
No.
screen while you're on your DJ set.
Just girls farting on cakes.
You just slide those into like a wedding slideshow.
Watching their assholes just pucker out.
Just X that right out. Don't even want that in the background on the background tab.
What are you talking about?
Oh well, so the I forget the name of the strip club, but there's like a whole bunch of billboards on the side of the road. By the time you get to it, you've seen like 10 billboards. So my buddy was like, "We have to go after we went to a Florida game, but you have to buy food while you're there." So it's like a Waffle House and a strip club. And one of the rooms is like there's a chair, and there's a glass wall, and so like for whatever reason at that specific strip club, they can't be in the same room with you stripping while you're in a room. So guys, it's right by a truck stop.
Ugh.
So that's like the jack off room. And so there's like there's like a plastic chair from like Home Depot and like a plastic trash can and like literally like ample amounts of paper towels. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to lap dance?" And then there's like a glass wall, and I'm like, this is something else here.
Well, I'm sure with that location in Florida, they probably had a lot of problems around there.
It's the trashiest strip club I've ever been
Exactly,
to.
yeah.
But the weirdest and like
In the middle of Florida.
the most dystopian thing about it is you have to buy food. So like it's waffles and like it's breakfast food.
Yeah.
You have to at least buy something to be in the club. So they have like a waffle. It's like a mix between a Waffle House and like a jack off theater. I forget the name of the strip club. It's not Deja Vu. It's it'll come to me at some time where I don't need the information, but
I bet it
it's
will
world
come
famous,
to you.
and you see about 500 billboards on the way up and down on I-75. It's a real classy joint. Only in Gainesville, everyone. It's actually in the county south of Gainesville, but it's within striking distance.
I'll be there next week. Maybe I'll have a stop in.
If you guys have a rugby game in Gainesville, it's a must.
It's a bust, as they say.
It is a bust. It's a total bust. So they have the bust room with lube and
strange
paper towels at the ready. It's a real dark place.
Makes me very grateful.
Real dark place, just like Josh's soul, the nihilist.
And my buddy was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I don't want to eat here." He's
Dude,
like, "I'm getting
nihilism's the only way to
waffles."
go through it through the world today.
Yeah, I'm black.
Just
pilled
got to
here.
understand. It's
gotta hate everything.
It's all downhill.
No. Nihilism isn't necessarily just depression and everything's bad and all that stuff. It's just understanding that at the end of the day, it's all fucked.
Yeah.
We've reached the tipping point where there's really no turning back. It's technology specific.
Oh, how exhausting.
It is.
Yeah, we're at
It is.
We're in fart cake territory.
Fart cake territory.
It is. It's true. In my opinion, with technology and all that stuff, it's unbeatable. AI in however many years will be so far beyond what we can imagine it is, and social media and
Good. I'm gonna start
tracking
fucking
and
the
blah, blah.
robots.
Yeah, robot sex.
They already
We're gonna start
exist.
fucking the robots.
They already exist, man.
What is it? Fleshlight.
Yeah.
Well, they have full on fucking robots ready to be
Sex
your fucking
bots?
girlfriend.
You see, they have that the robot with like all the ligaments and muscle tissue fibers and shit like that.
It's like a chimera person.
Yeah, it's like a I thought they call it the clone.
It's more of like it's more of like a humanoid as opposed to a cyborg.
But yo, slap a vagina on that and get it wet. I'm 100% down.
Dave's gonna walk one down the aisle.
It is.
And then I'll make sure it makes me a sandwich.
Well, the only thing I really
It'll
want,
never get pregnant.
it just complains.
Yeah, just
It's like, David, you were late home for work, David. I don't know what accent that is. But
I don't know what that is
sounds
either.
annoying. Well, I want a Waffle House.
Sound like my mom.
I want a Waffle House on a tugboat that goes down the river.
A barge.
A barge, yeah. A Waffle House barge. If we're going to go down
like
this
a
rabbit
fucking
hole.
Tom Sawyer barge going down the Mississippi River.
It's like people are eating breakfast and fighting on it.
You passed the or N-word, Jim.
Good. That's our word.
Thank you.
You don't say that word. Oh, here we go. South Africa shop selling toilet water. Okay. Things are going so well in South Africa. I don't know if you guys know what's going on. The government is basically trying to like throw every white person out of the country and like take all their land and stuff.
Yeah.
So reverse racism.
It's going backwards here.
No, it's
Reverse
still
apartheid.
racism. Yeah,
So
that's
now
what it is.
there's people that are using the water that comes directly out of a toilet to purify it to sell it in a storefront. That's the video I'm watching here.
Yep.
Oh man,
Going downhill
sorry.
very fast.
They tried. I mean, the Dutch people really did try. They tried really hard, but
Yeah, there was a lot that happened.
yeah, messy situation. But
Very.
it's going sideways. Well, how about the Rays getting sold? Is that good? Is
Are
that
they
bad?
sold?
No, they're
Or
not
are they just
officially
for
sold.
sale?
Well, they're on the chopping block here.
I hope they sell. If they sell to like a local like entrepreneur group, they'll probably win a World Series in the next 5 years.
Where should they put it?
Because the owners they'll still be in St. Pete.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a Tampa-based group. They're not going to move the team.
Yeah,
Like,
but
there's just nowhere else to put it.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to put it.
We're gonna put it in Lutz.
not even on the Tampa side.
No.
Where would you
Tampa's
put
all
it?
overbuilt. Where are they going to put it?
That's true. Maybe they'll knock some shit down.
I mean, they could put it where the football stadium is.
But they're not gonna knock down Raymond James.
no, they wouldn't do that.
Well, of course not.
Maybe
Even the
they
Yankee
maybe they
Stadium.
sacrificed those parking lots. You think maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Those parking lots are Hillsborough College.
They should just put it down in Maximo, like in the furthest south side.
They should put it in fucking Naples.
No.
Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. You got to have stars. They don't make stars. Like they have stars and then they get rid of them immediately.
Put it in Lakewood Ranch.
There you go. Put it in Lutz.
Yeah, put it in Lutz. Put it in Egypt
Put
Lake.
it in Newport Richie.
Put it in Egypt Lake Lato, like in the shittiest part of Port Tampa, where there's just like industrial.
The Apollo Beach Rays.
There's got to be somewhere that's like, I know Tampa's overbuilt, but there's got to be some stuff that's no longer used, big warehouse areas and stuff like that could all get taken down, made into parking
No,
lots.
they already put up shitty ass condos and overpriced condos in those areas.
You know, Fergs is just praying that they blow it up and then rebuild it in the same neighborhood. Maybe Fergs will get a facelift.
Well, they were supposed to
I don't know.
redo
Fergs is
that
nice
whole
as a
area
dump.
anyway, right?
Fergs is meant to be a dump.
Right. Fergs is supposed to be a dump.
It's just one giant shed that's every year they weld a new shed to it and just gets a little bit bigger. I was surprised nothing took in Dr. Barbecue, that building that backs up to Fergs. That place has been closed forever.
That place was what a waste.
Yeah, that was a lot
As
of
soon,
money.
as soon as it opened up, I was like, this barbecue is mediocre, and you call yourself Dr. Barbecue.
They should make it into a condo.
They should call you Dr. Con Artist.
They should make it into like an 8-plex and just kind of divvy it up. And, it would be pretty avant-garde to live in a decommissioned barbecue place. It's like a sitcom.
I think the housing and living prices are about to drop.
You think so? I don't think so.
I think I think the economy will take a hit, and then the housing and rent prices and all that stuff will be like the last thing to go.
Yeah.
But because people won't realize it's not the best place to move to anymore,
right?
But that'll be too late.
Maybe rent, but definitely not housing prices. The bubble is just they don't want to lower the bubble. They can't afford, the scam has
No,
to
it's
go
already
on.
happening.
Oh, yeah, it's
You
already
think so?
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like houses are sitting vacant. They can't rent them out. Nobody wants to rent them, so they're just losing money. There's going to be a bunch of houses just sitting in inventory waiting to be sold right now.
But everyone's broke.
And the housing prices are coming down.
Especially
Coming down
now with
faster.
this, especially now with all the federal employees having to go back and a lot of that kind of stuff happening. There's not really those things here.
Mm.
So a lot of people were able to move down here during and just after the pandemic because they were all work from home.
Hey, I'm going to make sure they lower my rent this year. Hey, 2 years in a row, bring it down.
Yeah, Dave's gonna negotiate.
That'd be great.
He's your new real estate. What do they call that? The leasing agent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't
Send
have
a
any-
lawyer in there.
I don't have too many.
Because I'm a
clips.
scumbag because I rent.
I'm lawyery McLawyer face. You're not going to get anything past me.
He's definitely not Irish. Well, Hooters is saved.
Lawyer McLawyer face. I guess it is Irish.
Update. Update on Hooters.
Imagine that. That'd be really. You couldn't really take a lawyer, an Irish lawyer, seriously. He's like, I can't.
Yeah, the accent doesn't
now,
lead
like,
you to.
Hi, you can't do it. I'm about to take you into the courtroom and destroy you. Like, shut up, dude. That's funny.
Could you imagine listening? Could you imagine listening to Irish Parliament? It's like none of this is serious. It's like what about the price of Lucky Charms? No one cares. The fat lady that tried to sue Lyft, it lost. She's not going to win.
No, that fucking
that
ironically collapsed immediately. That thing when she walked into whatever that Breakfast Club show was, when she tried to sit in the chair and like she's like, y'all got any other chairs? And then they brought over
pull
a
up something
couch,
like this, a futon.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I don't fit in your chair. It's like, yeah, no shit, dummy. You fat fuck.
There was a funny video of her like rapping or something like that on stage, and then she like bent down a little bit and actually fell over.
She's literally like 500 pounds.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like you're not fitting in the backseat of a Nissan Sentra. Come on.
Right.
Have some sense.
Imagine that. Is that not a wake up call when someone's like, "You'll break my axle on my
you're
car.
too fat
My
to get
wheels
in a car.
will explode."
You're gonna break steel with your fatness,
right? But that's
like
where
a
we are.
circus
It's like,
act.
yeah, that's where we are. Instead of that being a wake
Sorry,
up call,
read the
it's like, no, it's
sign.
your
It
fault.
says no fat chicks.
Yeah, Uber XL is an option. You see how all your clothes are in 5XL? You think it would be a pretty straight line of logic?
Oh God.
Yeah, they have to get like a U-Haul trailer. Yeah, we've reached peak. We're post.
Oh yeah, we're peak culture right now.
We're post culture. It's all just backwards.
Peak stupidity.
Yeah, peak stupidity. I'll give you that one. Any other horrible, ill-timed commercials here? What else do we have?
Let's see.
Anti-crack Pee Wee Herman. Oh, Japanese people.
Backward name.
Are they saying Isuzu?
Introducing the 81 Isuzu.
40
It gets incredible mileage and goes for a little over $5,900.
40 miles per gallon highway.
Good, it doesn't matter
Car
what
for
you call it.
$6,000.
That's okay, kid. I can't say chivalry.
There you go.
LaChoy Kung Fu Theater. LaChoy for dinner?
Yes, America's favorite brand of Oriental food.
Mine too. Oh boy, oh boy. Yes.
It's all like overdubbed.
Poorly dubbed, yeah.
Intruders? Not while I'm eating LaChoy.
By the way, I invited the neighbors to dinner.
Then cook more LaChoy. I think they've worked up an appetite. LaChoy, America's favorite.
That's
We need
so
that back.
Favorite.
That's so insanely racist and
We need
awesome.
those back.
Well, music lovers, when you've made as many comebacks as Gary Glitter, isn't it
Gary
nice
Glitter's
to
a
know you
registered
can
sex
always come
offender.
back to the
He's like a
great taste
he's
of
like a
Heinz lentil soup.
Prevalent pedophile.
Heinz soup. It's the
Yeah, these are all very niche 80s references. You would have to be like very keen on 80s culture.
Reach out and touch someone. Reach out, call up and just say hi. Reach
Touch
out,
someone.
Reach out and touch someone.
That Bozo the Clown in there. I just saw.
You are, you're never too far. They're waiting to share your day.
Do you remember when you had to
all
wait?
terrible.
Do you remember when you had to wait till nighttime to like you had to like watch how many minutes you were using on your cell phone? Like you had minute based cell phone plans.
God, the 80s were so great.
Yeah.
I think the 90s were probably the best time to be a kid / teenager, and the 80s were the best time to be an adult.
Yes.
Of satanic behavior may be apparent, such as a sudden, bitterly antagonistic attitude towards family and religion.
Warning signs of
Listening
satanic behavior.
exclusively to heavy metal rock music, almost to the point of addiction.
Gotta love that Ride the Lightning.
When one
Are
or
they playing
more of
Ozzy
the
in the
warning
background?
signs are evident, you should look further for ritual items such as a pentagram or other satanic symbols, black or red robes, a decorative dagger or knife,
What?
a chalice or goblet, black candles, a personal diary with a black cover, which is called a Book of Shadows, and copies of publications such as the Satanic Bible and the satanic rituals.
Sounds like the type of women I have an unhealthy attraction
A
to.
small makeshift
crystals and incense.
If you discover items
This is just
such as
describing
these,
every chick that
experts
exists now.
advise you
Witchcraft.
contact your local law enforcement agency at once.
What?
There's like a goblet.
As a past Olympic champion,
Bruce Jenner.
I keep myself in top physical condition. And as a professional race
that
car
woman?
driver, I keep my car in top condition too.
And now I got my
That's why
tits
I
in top
support
condition.
SmogCheck, California's vehicle inspection program.
Do you think he went all the way?
By the year 1987, it's
Do you think he
estimated that
snipped his cock
SmogCheck
off?
will help reduce the amount of
so.
air
Absolutely
pollution in the air by as much as 25%.
Savoring the usage of his
That'll help
hog.
us all breathe a lot easier. And when your car is producing less pollution, it's probably getting
What a
better
stunning
gas
young
mileage
man.
and performing better.
He just looks like every guy from every 80s
The
show
average
ever.
cost of a SmogCheck inspection is only $20. If your vehicle does need repair and the smog equipment
A
has not been
SmogCheck
tampered with,
inspection.
you will not be
He's
required
driving
to
a
spend more than
Mustang.
$50 on repairs.
All right, no.
I love that this is what from the 80s, and Florida still doesn't have.
We
still
don't have fucking smog in Florida.
No, but I'm just saying that we don't have any sort of vehicle inspection.
I mean,
it's like God bless Florida.
Air's pretty good around here. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
complain.
Yeah.
It's just humid.
It's just a lack of communism.
Oh, all right, Scumcasters. Well, it looks like we've reached an hour here.
Yeah, we've gone all over the place.
All over the place.
We're talking
No
about the
formula to this
economy,
show.
bestiality,
Yes, the economy.
farting on confectionery items. Yeah, we're really highbrow stuff here.
Yeah.
Got a little outro music, perhaps?
Goat fucking.
Yeah. Well,
Touched on some goat fucking too.
Haven't
That's
we
good.
Yeah, we did some goat fucking.
Talked about it. We didn't do it.
Yeah, no.
Yet.
Yet.
On next week.
Next week on Come Man, is bestiality the answer?
Oh yeah, we should bring back Cum Man next week.
Yeah, we have to. Maybe that's what the episode's about.
Yeah.
Or it's a mystery episode. where
Mystery episode.
We haven't discussed. We haven't discussed the plight of Come Man.
Please, Come Man, come back and save me again.
I don't even know what
get
to
us
have for
some.
now.
Get us some
for a
metal.
song.
Get us some satanic metal on the way out here. Satanic metal music. Let's see who they come up with. Oh, we're definitely not going to get a copyright strike on any of this stuff.
That's fine. Yeah.
This is all open source.
Is it?
I don't know.
I have
Yes.
no idea.
I'm just gaslighting you.
Yes, it is.
I just say stuff. I don't know if it's true or not.
Gaslighting the.
Yeah.
All right, well, Scumcasters, that's it for this week. Socially conscious Unitarian Men's. I'm Dave, Josh, Racist Pete.
Thank you, and I'm not racist.
Thank you for tuning in. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail.
In case like that.
Yeah.